That was not a real count.
It's real.
Good evening, Carol and John Shoppers. I said something very inappropriate right before Kyle hit live. Welcome to Tuesday night. We're going to introduce you to this week's new comic books. We have a full table. Again, what do you know? It's almost like it's what we do for a living. But first, we'll go over some happenings in the shop coming up this month. If this is your first time joining us or if you're new with us on Tuesday night, welcome. We are going to, again, tell you about books on the table in hopes that you will claim them for your subscriptions. We'd be happy to hold them for you so that you can come buy them this week when you check out the other new things happening in the shop. So that would be wonderful. But like I said, first we're going to go over happenings in the shop coming up. We have a handy dandy flyer if you are with us in the next few days. But coming up this coming weekend is Fan Expo downtown, so I'm sure we collectively will see you there in one way, shape, or form, whether it be online or in person. But if you are in the mode for comic books, which I'm sure you will be after attending, we have a sale going on all weekend. So we're going to have 50% off all back issues all weekend and 10% off everything in the store, which is a fantastic time to pick up supplies because they are almost never discounted. One of the 2 times a year they are. Then also on the 18th, so next Thursday, we have Late Night Comics. Late Night Comics. So the store will stay open late till midnight. We'll have a smorgasbord of dollar books to pick from. A lot of new ones per usual. And some snacks and drinks and come and talk comics and hang out late night. It's a lot of fun. And then last thing this month on April 20th, that Saturday, we're going to have a Sonic the Hedgehog couple of hours. We've got Natalie Haynes. She did a print, which is on our Facebook page. If you want to check it out, that we're going to be giving away. She'll be here making an appearance. She's an artist for Sonic. And then our shop friend, Keith Miller, does a fantastic Dr. Eggman cosplay. John's daughters are really into Sonic, so they're going to be in the shop and hyper and all candied up.
Running around.
Having fun. So that's cool. Join us for our April thingies. Also, all month until Free Comic Book Day on May 4th, we have our Free Comic Book Day lithograph to give away this year, so stop in the shop, pick up your books. Any purchase, you can take a new lithograph with you. Thank you, Jameson. This looks wonderful. If you didn't notice before, Cleveland Skyline, incorporated in with the War of Stars.
It's almost like
Star Wars.
It's like the Death Star has our landscape on it.
You can't stand on the outside of the Death Star.
That's
so,
true.
yeah, so we're going to go through the new comic table so that we can go home and watch Fallout.
Right. Yeah, well, tomorrow.
Whatever, I'll stay awake.
First appearances?
Oh, we do first appearances, yeah. All right. We have 4, actually. It's a big first appearance week. Sinister Sons number 3 is the first appearance of a character named Spaceman Joe. We've got 2 from Marvel. Edge of the Spider-Verse number 3 is the first appearance of Star Spider. Ultimate X-Men number 2 is the first full appearance of May Storm. It's like an interpretation of Storm with Peach Momoko Ultimate X-Men. And then I think this is the first time we've had a first appearance that's not Marvel or DC.
Yeah.
It's been a long time anyway.
Yeah.
Peter Cairn is a new Spawn character. Essentially, he's Spawn 2099. So this is his first appearance. I love the bottom of this table. We love Transformers. We loved Transformers for 6 issues while Daniel Warren Johnson was writing and drawing it. And we were all holding our breath just a little bit because now in number 7, Daniel Warren Johnson is writing it but not drawing it. I will tell you what, holding my breath was worth the wait. It is still a fantastic issue. You are missing nothing by him not doing it. Maybe a little onomatopoeia work, but this was a fantastic issue to kick off a new story arc. This is still the Transformers we loved for 6 issues, and I am just jazzed for more. There's a phenomenal fight in this issue, too.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Anything yet before I get to it?
No, it was awesome.
Cool.
It was everything you want from a Transformers book in the most violent way possible.
Yes, very violent. Like robot violence. So I can stick with that PG rating. There's cover A. Great cover B, especially after reading the issue. Cover C.
I like the big engines.
I do, too. I want them to fix that ship, though. 1 in 25 variant, 1 in 50 variant, and another a 1 in 100 variant, which is beautiful, again, especially after reading the book. Especially after. So cool. New number 1 from Image gets us Saint Mercy. This is actually the second story arc in the St. Mercy series. It's a supernatural story, a bit of a Western, and involves a lot of like old gods, like Incan gods and sacrifice and stuff. So this is your cover A right there. And we got a cover B also, a little Wasteland. Napalm Lullaby from Rick Remender is on issue 2. Super enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than issue 1, which is kind of saying something for a Rick Remender book. Essentially, these two characters are on their way to kill God, and this is the issue where they get to heaven.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like they're almost there.
So there's cover A, you'd think. And then there's a 1 in 10 variant. Middle of the table. I'm going to spill that coffee if I didn't put it down. Middle of the table, we've got Emma Kubert's Stoneheart, the complete miniseries. We've got the new miniseries from Chip Zdarsky, that Capterra. It's that second part, and one he worked on a couple years ago. Phantom Road number 10 is out. You got Spawn Scorch number 28. That'll be your cover B. I'm sorry, that'll be your cover A. This will be your cover B. Almost Dead Magneto looking. And then that first issue of Rat City. If you have Spawn on your pull list, it is most likely that we gave this to you already. But if you want to make sure you got it, just ask us, please. And then we get tomorrow. Oh, we have 2 more collected editions from Image. Kyle gasped because this is his favorite miniseries of the year. The Onfield Gang Massacre is a noir book that takes place in the Wild West. It was 7 issues. Each one was fantastic, right?
Absolutely.
And it ties into a wider noir verse for Image, too. So there's other books to read in the same vein and the same town. Mm-hmm. And then Spawn, the Unwanted Violence, 2 issues collected in paperback. Now we're into Marvel stuff. Reprints from Marvel give us What If Venom number 1, reprinted. Same cover, which is kind of weird. They don't do that every time. Ultimate Black Panther number 1 on its 3rd printing, which is pretty cool and good for the Ultimate Universe. And we've got a stack of it, so we could qualify for the 1 in 25 exclusive all-art cover. And it's kind of the same art from issue 1, right above here. And then we've got Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 on its 4th printing, so if you're a collector, make sure to snag that one. And the blank variant. Collected stuff from Marvel gets us Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2 Part 2. You got Darth Vader, Dark Droids. It is the 8th? Yep. 8th volume in the Darth Vader ongoing series. We got a modern epic collection for Black Widow. What's it called? Chaos. Just straight up Chaos. Yep. And then probably the shining star of Marvel Collected Editions for the week. It's the 4-issue miniseries of Predator versus Wolverine, which is, if you have not experienced it yet, exactly what it sounds like. They are both eternal warriors, hunters, prey, bloodlustians, and they just go after each other from the beginning of time to present.
Knockdown, drag out fights.
The whole time.
Yep.
All right, cool. New Marvel issues. Invincible Iron Man is a Fall of House of X tie-in. It's number 17. We got the cover A Kyle just showed you, and then the vampire variant. And weirdly, attractively fantastic Iron Man 1 in 25 cover. I don't know what it is. Just love this cover. It just looks good. Star Wars High Republic is on number 6 of its current ongoing series, so there's your cover A on the table. Wolverine is also a House of the Fall of X tie-in. We've got a couple more parts going in Sabretooth War, so that's still ramped up. I mean, it's just been jacked up to 11, the whole story arc. So that's on number 47. We've got the cover B Sabretooth variant, cover C Marvel Masterworks variant, and the 1 in 50 Marvel Masterworks ratio variant. 2 more Star Wars books. Thrawn Alliances is on issue number 4 of 4, so this wraps up that miniseries. And then we got Star Wars Darth Vader on number 45 of the ongoing. Fantastic Four was a wonderful issue this week. It's a completely standalone noir story. It really works into the Fantastic Four verse, heroes and villains. They kind of are exploring the multiverse with just fun single stories. And number 19 is no exception. So that's cover A. We've got your vampire variant, cover B. Cover C is the Marvel Masterworks. And we got a 1 in 50 Marvel Masterworks also. Probably the most classic Mr. Fantastic pose. Okay?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then Aliens What If is on issue number 2 of its miniseries. That'll be your cover A, cover B, and cover C. That's kind of very casual.
I did not realize how casual that was.
Amazing Spider-Man, we could say kicks off a new story arc, right? I mean, it's not a big crossover or anything, but new Spider-Man stories start here after that Web of Spider-Man one-shot. So there's your cover A. We've got the Disney What If variant featuring the West Coast guys. Peach Momoko did a cover. That's your cover C. And then a 1 in 25 variant by Greg Land. Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 is on number 2. It's a fantastic cover A. Cover A is right there. Cover B, and a 1 in 25 cover. Weapon X-Men, so your team of Wolverines is still bumbling through the multiverse. That's the most accurate description I can give for that book. They're on number 2 of 5. That's your cover A. Here's your cover B, and a 1 in 25 cover by Lionel Yu. Carnage is on issue number 6. They're on part 4 of the what is it? Symbiote Necrosis?
Symbiosis necrosis.
Gesundheit. So that's number 6. We just have cover A on the table. X-Men 97 number 2 came out this week, but we had a lot of last-minute pre-orders. So we have the David Mack variant cover available there. If you do need a cover A, let us know. We'll make sure that's on your list, and we'll get some more back in. Incredible Hulk is on number 11. This is the last part of the story arc where he beats the crap out of an old lady. I'm sorry. An ex-angel.
All true.
It's a great New Orleans story, and this is pretty much an all-fight issue, and it has some very impressive turns. We have the cover B as a vampire variant, and then Art Adams did a 1 in 25 cover C that I priced very reasonably because John was in Utah. That's it.
There you go.
Resurrection of Magneto is a 4-issue miniseries that wraps up here with number 4. So that's your last issue cover A, and then we have a 1 in 25 cover, which is fantastically attractive, especially if you hate the X-Men. Ultimate X-Men number 2 is brand new this week. So this is first print. Number 2, that's cover A. There's cover B, also by Peach Momoko. Cover C. Cover D. 1 in 10 design variant. And a 1 in 25 variant. Worth noting that any cover with May Storm on it is also her first cover appearance this week. Woohoo. In case you're collecting, which you all are, because you're here. And then the top of the Marvel table has Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. It's got 2 stories in it. We've got the Star Spider first appearance, and then Web Weaver has a story in it. And we've got a bunch of variants. So we've got cover B, cover C, homage, 1 in 10 variant with the Star Spider first appearance design. And then last but not least on the edge of the table, Miss Marvel Mutant Menace is on issue number 2 of 5. Mojo action.
Now we got DC. And top of the DC table, Batman Robin's on issue number 8. This is one where Batman and Shush team up to take down Man-Bat, and it goes poorly. Shush.
I love it. This is her name.
Yeah.
I literally almost sprayed my coffee on this.
So that's your regular cover, and then you have your cover B, the Jim Lee variant for that one there. Batman Dylan Dog, again, another oversized issue for $4.99. They've teamed up, and it's got everybody in there. You got Demon, you got Catwoman, like everybody's in this book. And then for your facsimile, it's the Brave and the Bold issue number 54. It's first appearance Teen Titans. So if you want to see their first appearance with all the ads and everything like that, you can get your... I don't think you can still buy the stuff on the back, but
You could try.
you could try. So you got your regular cover there, but you also have a very spiffy and shiny foil variant for that one there.
Which also, spiffy, shiny ad on
it
the
does,
back.
yes.
Very nice.
Green Lantern's on number 10. Really just a good, solid standalone issue. Like, continues from what's been going on. There was stuff going on after that, but just all-out Green Lantern action with Hal Jordan and a bunch of other Green Lanterns. There is a backup with House of Brainiac, which we're going to come to next, but it's just more Guy Gardner and a Lobo, like, having it out during a wrestling match and stuff like that. Not necessary for Action Comics number 1064.
Green Lantern.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
You just keep going. You're like the Ramones.
I am.
Green Lantern. I haven't read Green Lantern in 2 years, and I picked this one up because I'm really stoked about Brainiac. It's cool. They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I haven't read
Green Lantern.
Oh, House of Brainiac. I'm stoked about Brainiac. So I read this, and the backup story was fine. But honestly, she was right. Good, solid Green Lantern, using his powers for the right reasons kind of issue. Really fun.
Yeah.
And all the lanterns were in it, too.
So that's Green Lantern 810. But House of Brainiac starts here in Action Comics 1064, and as Brainiac says, if knowledge is power, then power must be knowledge, and he's after all the power in the world. And it is a great start to an 3-month story that's going on through Action and Batman and a couple other things, like I said, Green Lantern. But this is where it starts, and it's very good. So Yeah, lots of stuff going on, including, as the cover shows, an army of Zarnians. So regular cover there. You got your cover B.
That's an army of Lobos.
Yes. And your 1 in 25 variant for that one there. Suicide Squad Dream Team, they're still going after Dreamer. This is issue number 2. Sinister Sons is on issue number 3, where your first appearance of Spaceman Joe. Outsiders number 6, the end of it. I've been saying it's planetary. They're saying it's planetary now, too. So, really cool issue. Regular cover there. Red Hood The Hill is on issue number 3. Final issue of Speed Force, issue number 6.
Wow, that went quick.
It did. Just like that. Batman, Robin, and Howard, the graphic novel, is collected in 4 issues. This is issue number 2. So if you don't want like a little tiny graphic novel, you just want a regular comic, here's your chance to get it.
That was freaking hilarious.
Batman the First Night, issue number 2. Just as good as the first issue. It's a great noir story of Batman set during like the 1930s, where he's fighting the Monster Men. Jim Gordon's under the gun. Great Depression's going on. Fantastic.
Purple
book.
gloves.
Purple gloves. Lots of stuff going on. Great second issue. So we got the regular cover, we got the cover B, and then we have the pulp cover C. Detective Comics, Riddle Me This. It's the volume 4 of the Mariko Tamaki run, and Riddler is a celebrity. He's on TV, and he's like, hey, riddle me this. Give me all sorts of money. It's a good story. The collection there, we got that. DC vs. Vampires Volume 2 is now in soft cover, and it is wonderful. I just reread the last issue again, and it's perfect. I can't wait for more. Tales of the Titans, all 4 issues collected in there, leads into the Beast War stuff. The Vigil, a whole series collected there. And then we get into Dark Horse, because Monsters Are Our Business, Are My Business by Colin Bunn.
Monsters are Ben's business.
I liked it. Yeah, I'm getting in here. I like this more than Andrew did.
Even though I thought she would like it because it has the word monster in the title.
I'm not that easy.
It was super fun. It's not the most substantial issue. I think you wanted a little bit more out of an explanation for it. But it's pure fun. This guy, the cities have been taken over by acid rain, so it created a bunch of monsters, and they got to rescue people. And this guy and his inexplicable pet koala, chainsaw wielding koala, are like a task force that go in there and take stuff down. So like blood, guts, tentacles, monsters getting cut in half, really grim and gritty, like dialogue, like kick in a door and be like pizza delivery. Like, there's a chainsaw axe. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's super fun. So Monsters Are My Business, written by Colin Bunn too. So tried and true writer. Then we've got Count Crowley, the mediocre Midnight Monster Hunter. Cannot believe I said that in one go. Right below that, super surprise hit of the week for all of us.
That one I really liked.
Yes.
Small company, just starting out from a guy who was working with other comic companies for a while. Joel, he's really nice dude. Principles of Necromancy #1 was the perfect amount of creepy, a little bit historical, and just downright like had great bloody artwork. Like, this is a mad scientist story kind of set. This one's set kind of in the Viking Age.
Yeah, I got some Conan vibes.
You get the impression from this dude that like he's a little bit of an eternal figure. Like, he's going to pop up throughout history and kind of F with them, a little bit. But the artwork, like the monstrosity artwork in this is amazing. So I would highly suggest adding this to your poll. Yeah. It's going to be a mini-series, and it's going to be good. Right across here, we did have a file that closed, but it's kind of good timing because Godzilla's hot. G-Fan magazine has been running forever. So these are Godzilla-featured Kaiju magazines, and we've got the last 3 issues available for you. Fun stuff in there. I mean, very niche. But really cool stuff. He likes Godzilla. I do. Yeah. And then Ghost Lore from Boom Studios has Volume 2 in trade paperback. We got House of Slaughter on number 22. Power Rangers The Return is on number 3 of 5. And then another surprise hit for the staff this week. We thought we were going to like a bunch of Marvel and DC stuff, but Uncanny Valley from Boom is from Tony Fleeks and Dave Watcher. We met both of them, so that kind of helped because we were primed to really like this book. But it is hard enough to describe that I'm going to let John Cheer do it. So, you have a kid,
he and his mom, single mom, are like, he is getting in trouble at school, and he doesn't really know why, and it's because, as the principal said, he set something on fire, and he told his mom, I sneezed real hard, fire came out, and I don't know if you believe me or not, but that's what happened. And so, as the animated guy here will tell you, he is sort of a hybrid between the real world and the cartoon world, and stuff is happening, and the cartoon world or the real world, one of them wants him badly, to the point where bad things occur, and it's done in a way where I care about this kid. I really want to see what's going to happen to him on his journey as he figures out what's going to happen throughout, like, as everybody's after him. It's really cool. They're calling him a half-breed. Yeah, probably accurate, because he can do cartoony stuff in the real world. It's pretty slick, really great, and way more real than the cartoony stuff would have you, like, think of.
It's kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Harry Potter, and The Page Master.
Oh. Oh.
Which are all great, yeah. John Shearer's holding up cover A. That's beautiful and fantastic. I think it's going to be a miniseries, too. And then we got cover B on the table next to it. The Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers have a new hardcover. This is volume 7. Next to it, we got Night People number 2, which is next to my reading stack. That's that Thelma and Louise crazy cocaine ride. It's weird. Earth Divers is on number 16 from IDW. Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees number 5 came out today. We were shorted some issues this week, so if you don't have cover A in your file, it's on its way. And then we'll have some on the table while we restock them later this week. Unnatural Order is on number 4 of 4. So one of my favorite Vault miniseries coming to an end. Thundercats is on issue number 3 of its ongoing. Is that Panthro?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
And then we have a 1 in 30 variant on the table for exclusivity purposes. TMNT Best of Alpex is a one-shot collection of all their best appearances. And then we've got My Little Pony. It's a one-shot called Set Your Sail. Oh, wait. Seahorses count as ponies?
I think
Oh, seahorses.
All right. Hercules from Disney, miniseries starting from Dynamite on number 1 also. And then we've got a very cool, what Boom calls, doesn't call a facsimile, but of the old Labyrinth series from Marvel?
Yep.
Reprinted at Boom, because they have the rights. So issue number 1 of Labyrinth.
Get it for $4 as opposed to the $15 to $20 that you'd have to pay for the regular back issue.
Smart. Blood City Rollers sounds very adult, but it is a kind of horror-themed roller derby book for all ages. We got Splatoon has a new manga series starting at number 1, and then a few things from last week. Monkey King, a really cute rendition of vaccines, including the COVID vaccine, and then Club Microbe, all about germs. Also, it's a theme. But that's our new comic table. So we had fun with that. If you'd like anything, let us know. Also, if you're free tomorrow night, I will be co-hosting that midnight rental secret screening at the Grog Shop. Andrew will be there, keeping our comic shop table. John Shear might have better things to do. But that's about it. Thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy your night, and we'll see you tomorrow for your comic book.